Today we are going to see about plant morphology. In that we are going to see about adventitious root and shoot system in this topic. Adventitious root modification. Storage root. Under storage root we are going to see tuberous root, fasciculated root, nodulous root, moniliform or beaded root, annulated root, tuberous root. These roots are swollen without any definite shape. Tuberous roots are produced singly and not in clusters. Example, Ipomia batatas. Fasciculated root. These roots are in cluster from the base of the stem. Example, Dahlia. Nodulous root. In this type of roots, swelling occurs only near the tips. Example, arrow roots, mango ginger and turmeric. Moniliform or beaded roots. These roots swell at frequent intervals, giving them a beaded appearance. Example, Vitis porticulata. Annulated root. These roots have a series of ring-like swelling on their surface at regular intervals. Example, Psychotria. Adventitious root modification. The second topic is mechanical support. Under mechanical support, we are going to see prop root, slit root, climbing root, buttress root. First one is prop root. Prop root is otherwise called as pillar root. These roots grow vertically downward from the lateral branches into the soil. Example, banyan tree, Indian rubber. Slit root. These are thick root growing obliquely from the basal node of the main stem. These provide mechanical support. Example, Ziames. Climbing roots. These roots are produced from the nodes of the stem, which attach themselves to the support and help in climbing. To ensure a foothold on the support they secrete a sticky juicy which dries up in air, attaching the roots to the support. Example, Piper beetle. Buttress root. In certain trees, broad plank-like outgrowths develop towards the base. All around the trunk, they grow obliquely downwards and give support to the huge trunks of the trees. This is an adaptation for tall rainforest tree. Example, red silk cotton, white silk cotton. Next, vital functions. Under vital functions, we are going to see epiphytic. Second one is foliar root. Third one is a sucking root. Fourth one is photosynthetic root. First, we are going to see about epiphytic root. Epiphytic root is otherwise called as velamen tissue. Some epiphytic orchids develop a special kind of aerial roots which hang freely in the air. These roots develop a spongy tissue called velamen, which helps in absorption of moisture from the surrounding air. Example, vanda. Foliar roots. Roots are produced from the veins or lamina of the leaf for the formation of new plants. Example, bryophyllum. Sucking roots. Sucking roots are otherwise called as hostorial roots. These roots are found in parasitic plants. Parasites develop adventitious roots from stem which penetrate into the tissue of the host plant and suck nutrients. Example, Cascata. Photosynthetic roots. Photosynthetic roots are otherwise called as assimilatory roots. Roots of some climbing or epiphytic plants develop chlorophyll and turn green, which help in photosynthesis. Example, Tinospora. Next, we are going to see about shoot system. The plumule of the embryo of a germinating seeds grow into the stem. The epicotyle elongates after embryo growth into the axis that bears leaves from the tips, which contain the actively dividing cells of the shoot called apical meristem. Further cell division and growth result in the formation of mass of tissue called leaf primordium. This point from which the leaf arises is called node. The region between the two adjacent nodes is called internode. Characteristic features of the stem. The stem is the aerial green photosynthetic and has nodes and internodes. It is positively phototropic and negatively geotropic. It has nodes and internodes. Stem bears vegetative bud for vegetative growth of the plant and floral buds for reproduction and ends in a terminal bud. The young stem is green and thus carries out photosynthesis. During reproductive growth, stem bears flowers and fruits. Branches arise exogenously. Some stems bears multicellular hairs of different kinds. Functions of the stem. Primary function. It provides support and bears leaves, flowers and fruits. It transports water and mineral nutrients to other parts of the root. It transports food prepared by leaves to other part of the plant body. Secondary function. Food storage. Example, Colocasia, Solanum tuberosum. Pollination or reproduction. Example, Gingiber officinalis. And water storage. Example, Opentia. Buoyancy. Example, Neptunia. Photosynthesis. Example, Opentia. Protection. Example, Citrus. Support. Example, Vitis. Buds. Buds are the growing point surrounded by protective scale leaves. The bud primordium matures into buds. They have compressed axis in which the internodes are not elongated and the young leaves are closed and covered. But these buds develop the internode, elongate, and the leaves spread out. Buds have an architecture identical to the original shoot and develop into lateral branches or may terminate by developing into a flower or inflorescence. Based on origin, buds are classified into terminal or apical bud, lateral or axillary bud. Based on the function, buds are classified into vegetative buds, floral or reproductive bud. Terminal bud. These buds are present at the apex of the main stem and at the tips of the branches. Lateral buds. These buds occur in the axil of the leaf and develop into a branch or flower. Extra-axillary buds. These buds are formed at nodes but outside the axil of the leaf, as in Solanum americanum. Accessory buds. An extra bud on either side or above the axillary bud. Example, citrus. Adventitious buds. Buds arising at any part other than stem are known as adventitious buds. Radical buds are those that arise from the lateral roots which grow into plantlets. Example, Murraya koenji. Foliar buds are those that grow on leaves from veins or from margins of the leaves. Example, Bignonia or Bryophyllum. Qualine buds arise directly from the stem either from cut or prune end of the branches. Adventitious buds function as propagules which are produced on the stem as a tuberous structure. Example, agave. Bulbils. Bulbils are modified and enlarged bud meant for propagation. When bulbils detach from the parent plant and fall on the ground, they germinate into a new plant and serve as a mean of vegetative propagation. Example, agave.